Law number 8, never take your foot off the gas. Complacency kills more marriages than money troubles, infidelity, or any of the other common reasons that we hear as being the big marriage breakers. The things that you did to win the girl, you stopped doing once you said I do. The funny thing is too, I hear all this bait and switch murmurings from you guys. She knew she wasn't gonna have sex with me. This was all bait and switched. And yet very few of you have actually stopped to think, could it be me? Because women don't typically, on a whole, just say, you know what? I think today I'm just gonna not wanna have sex with my husband. We don't think that way. Women are responsive creatures, and we are constantly responding to your different inputs. What we know is at some point what you did was working. Because if it wasn't, then she wouldn't have married you. So if you then simply reverse engineered those things that you were doing when you were dating each other, it's highly likely you would get those same results. But that's not what typically happens. Then, once they're married, get into this mindset of, well, I'm a good husband. I provide and protect, and that should be enough to invoke desire. But if that were true, we wouldn't be seeing the stat of 25 to 50% of marriages being sexless. So we know that providing and protecting and being a good husband is not the driving force behind her sexual desire, but it certainly can block it. If it's not there, it must come from some other thing that you're doing, some other place. And yet so many men are like, oh, I don't know what her problem is. I go to work, I paid the mortgage. Well, thank you, but like so does every other man. I mean, would you not go to work? Would you not have a place to live, even if you weren't married and had kids? That's like just basics. And while women do have a much greater sense of entitlement in marriage, I do think that this is the one area in marriage that you guys are more entitled than women are. Well, she should just want me because like I'm here, because I exist, because I go to work and have a job. Like it's very much a so what. Every other man does that. So if you want better than average results in your marriage, you have to do better than average work. And I guarantee that if you brought as much energy, focus, intentionality into the relationship as you had at the beginning, your marriage would look vastly different than it is today. The fact is, we all get lazy. We all get complacent in our relationship over time. And complacency is the biggest marriage threat over every other single thing. Most of the time it starts with our appearance. We let a few pounds creep on. Next thing you know, you're 25, 50, 75 pounds overweight. And the thing is that if your marriage were to end, you immediately go back to the gym to lose the fluff. You'd immediately start waxing, grooming yourself, dressing better to snag another hot chick, when you could have avoided all of that in the first place by doing that now with the chick you're with. And appearances are just one example. The intentional thought and effort about learning who your wife is and how her day was, and just really like being into her and being proactive and scheduling dates and not leaving everything up to your wife to run and schedule and plan. Guys, what I'm saying here is that you've stopped dating your wife. You are just as guilty of a bait and switch in her mind as she is in yours. Your wedding day was not the day to take the foot off the pedal. It was the day you started. Short-term attraction is easy. Child's play. But keeping long-term sexual attraction going is a whole different game. And if you aren't even doing the basic stuff that you were doing at the beginning of the relationship, you are far behind. And the lack of your sex life very well may be the symptom of that.